Here's another podcast interview from the WJCW morning team, Thinking Out Loud.
Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Dave. Carl.
Good morning.
Lots of things to talk about. The first thing I want to let you talk about this senior center situation. And I'm sure you've heard it. I've heard it. Jeff Banyas let us down. The mayor let us down. He didn't vote with us like he said he would. Your side of the story, please.
Well, first of all, I didn't say I was going to vote any one way. I said I would look at everything and do what I thought was best for everyone. But other than that, I do think, and I've thought all along, that it's okay for the seniors to have their own space. Just like I think it's okay for the kids to have some space of their own also. And then there's going to be a lot of space that we have to share in the facility. I just made one simple request, and that was before we make any kind of decision on this, that the senior staff and the Park and Rec staff sit down together, and we come up with a plan. I think it's irresponsible to make a decision until you have a plan of how you're going to use the facility.
So there was a vote, and that vote was to have a dedicated senior center at the complex, and you voted against it.
Well, I don't know that it was to have a dedicated senior center. We were given a piece of paper with a line drawn on it and said, this is how we're going to divide up the building. And I just, to arbitrarily do that without some type of planning or how you're going to use the facility, I think is wrong.
Well, as mayor of Johnson City, what is your vision for that complex?
Well, I hope that it's a facility that people who don't go down there now, people who don't go to the senior center now, will go to. I hope we have more programming, more activities, and things that draw in a lot of different groups of people.
Well put, well said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have a question in that regard, Carl?
No, I was just, as Jeff was, and you were talking about this, I was thinking Kingsport several years past this now by the fact that they have their senior center and a lot of other city-run facilities in the Renaissance Center in Kingsport. And although that, granted, it's a large facility in that it's a former middle school, or junior high, as we said when I went there, but and has plenty of parking around there. Nevertheless, everybody seems to have been able to pretty much work together. Now, there was no group that felt that they were being slighted before they went into that and renovated the facility for that purpose. So, in a sense, it's kind of apples and oranges there. But I guess the point I bring it up is to support the notion that folks can live together in a single facility there and seem to do well side by side.
Well, I would agree, Carl. I think that was...
And I think it's important to point out that a large percentage, a large majority, I would say, of the seniors that we are talking about are far, far, far from being invalids,
Exactly.
Some people think seniors, people who go to the senior center, people who aren't active at the senior center, may look at the senior center and, I've heard them say, well, they're going to have to park too far away and things like that. These are very, on the whole, very active people.
Absolutely. And the facility has the opportunity to offer a whole lot more programming than we have now. I've had a lot of seniors that I've asked, do you go to the senior center? And they say, no, there's nothing I want to do down there. Mm-hmm. And those are the people that I hope that we can draw down there and start using the facility.
Well, Jeff, another